Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oker Field, where we are back for WCBN sports coverage of Michigan field hockey. I'm Kelin Flynn, along with Zach Linder. Tonight's matchup, we have the Michigan Wolverines up against the Redhawks of Miami, Ohio. The Wolverines coming off of a resounding 9-0 victory on Sunday over Central Michigan. And Miami, Ohio, looking to bounce back after a rough trip out to the East Coast, losing to Brown and Harvard. Nice little Midwestern matchup here on a Thursday evening in Ann Arbor. Beautiful day, about 80 degrees out and sunny here at Oker Field. And as both lineups are getting introduced right now, we are moments away from getting going here at Oker Field. Zach, how are you today?
Doing well, and I think the team's doing well, coming off a strong 9-0 win against Central Michigan on Sunday afternoon in the intrastate rivalry. Key players from that game. You look back at their 9-0 win there, 3 goals for Abby Tamer, 2 for Alana Richardson, and then, of course, perfect play by their defense without allowing any goals. The Redhawks have only, on that East Coast trip to Harvard and Brown that followed a 2-0 start, they only scored 2 goals after scoring 7 in their first 2 games, both of which were wins. So for Miami, the goal is going to be mainly scoring more. They've only given up 6 goals all year in their 4 games so far, and Michigan just wants to keep the pressure on like they did in their last game when they scored 9.
And that's going to be tough going up against one of the best goalkeepers in the country here for the Michigan Wolverines. That would be Anna Speaker. She's done a tremendous job all season. Rough game against UNC to get the season kicked off, but ever since she's been lights out, and the Wolverines are undefeated since, going 2-0.
Yep.
Second game at home this season for the Wolverines, and they're looking to keep that home cooking going.
Yeah, won their first game against Central Michigan. Started the year in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for a tournament, losing 5-1 to North Carolina before beating Wake Forest 3-1. Both ranked teams, so not a bad showing going 1-1 there. Still ranked number 4 in the country with a 2-1 record as they finish a 2-game homestand here before heading down to Kentucky to face Louisville Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely, and the Wolverines now taking the field. Redhawks in their huddle, jogging out as I speak. We are moments away from getting going here at Oker Field. Like I said, beautiful day, nice and sunny. Great day for some Michigan field hockey, and we're glad you'll be here with us. Redhawks have been a strong program in the MAC under head coach Inako Puzo. He's done a great job of keeping this program competitive within the conference, making multiple NCAA tournament appearances. 3-time MAC Coach of the Year. But the Wolverines are a very strong program themselves, currently ranked number 4 in the country, and that's for a very good reason. This is a team that's a perennial powerhouse and plays in the Big Ten, and as we know, the Big Ten is one of the best, if not the best, hands-down field hockey conference in the country. And looks like we're just about ready to go here from Ann Arbor. Both teams on the field, lined up and ready to go. The Redhawks will get us, the Wolverines will get us started here. It's Anouk Veen to get the show rolling. And the Redhawks will take control. It's Rosso. And out to the near side for Madison Workman. Whistle blown, and the Redhawks will maintain possession. It's Workman. Workman up the side for Pena, Paula Pena. Pressed by Michigan defenders. Some nice stick work there. We'll send it back. Redhawks looking to keep control here, and the Wolverines able to poke it away. That was Tina D'Angelo. And it's Bryn Zorilla with the poke there. Over to Nina Apula. Apula feeds it back, and there's a nice touch pass over the top to D'Angelo. D'Angelo will look to gain control here. Nice pass inside to Tamer. Tamer slaps at that one, and it's knocked away by the Redhawks. Good opportunity there for the Wolverines. And the Redhawks with it in the near corner. Pressured by multiple Michigan defenders. Katie Anderson's in there, as well as Tina D'Angelo. It'll be Rosie Hope at the near 25-yard line, sending it back to Veen. Veen across the pitch. Nice pass inside. Can't quite get control as Apula, and that one will slide out behind the back line, and the Redhawks will take possession. Redhawks send it out to the far side. Up the sideline, pressure by a Michigan defender. It's Tamer. And that one is stolen by McLaughlin into Tamer. Tamer can't quite hold on. It's Macy McHale with the poke there. Near side, it's Miami. Nice stick work there from Lily Rosso. And a whistle blows. Gonna stay with Miami.
And you like seeing up to this point Michigan keeping the ball on the Miami side of the field, but they haven't really turned it in. They have not turned it into any shots on goal yet, or really even any attempted shots.
Miami with possession here, and this has looked a lot different than that Central Michigan game as that one goes out of bounds. Michigan had their way in that game from the get-go, and the Redhawks putting up a much better fight as was expected. McLaughlin up to Tamer. Tamer with a nice move there, looking to get by the defender, put a shot on net. Tamer, and she's kind of tackled there by the goalie for the Redhawks. Miami with possession. They'll send it back along. It's Workman with it on the near side. Workman pressured by D'Angelo, and she'll lose her stick. And the Redhawks keep possession there. And another whistle blown. That one on McLaughlin. Redhawks with possession here. It's Rosso to get us back going again. Rosso pressured. Back to McHale. McHale to Navarro. Navarro with a long pass, and Pena can't quite hold on to that one, but she's able to regain control of it. Pass down to the far corner. Hadley Evans for the Redhawks. Two Michigan defenders. It's Veen and another converging. Forced that one out of bounds. Redhawks will have to restart. It's Navarro. Slaps it back. Nice passing around there by Miami. Kennedy Vinson passes it out to Lily Peterson. Redhawks in Michigan territory here, looking to get something going. Great defense, though, by the Wolverines, harassing Paula Pena. She's forced to get rid of it. Send it out. Madison Workman slings it across the pitch. Nice defense there by McLaughlin. Zarilla defending here. Nice stick work there by Miami. And the Wolverines able to knock that one away. It's Catherine Peterson with the poke. Michigan looking to get the ball into the offensive zone here. Peterson unable to control that. And a fumbled pass there. Tamer pressing, can't quite come up with the steal. D'Angelo defending here. Workman with it. Slides an errant pass, and that one's going to be poked away. But regained by Miami. It's Navarro. Loses it. Zarilla to Peterson. To Apula on the near side. She's coming up past the 50. Two Redhawk defenders there. Nice stick work there by Nina Apula. And a whistle blows. Michigan will keep possession.
And as you commented, good defense by Michigan there. We saw it from Miami earlier. Miami had it. Good positioning, but Michigan defenders were able to get in the way, prevent any attempted shots.
Absolutely. And it's the Wolverines on the far side on the attack inside to Tamer. That pass is a little bit strong. It'll be slapped out by the Redhawks.
Seen the Redhawks goalie Isabel Parisi getting involved a couple times early here, moving a bit away from the goal, taking control herself.
Absolutely. And that'll be Anouk Veen with it deep. And she'll send it just up past the 50 for Rosie Hope. Hope down to the Miami 25. Pass into Tamer. Tamer in the corner. That pass is going to be a little bit errant there, taken by the Redhawks. And Michigan has it at the Miami 25. Veen slaps it to the far side. Wolverines working it around. Nice pass in to McLaughlin there. Back out to Rosie Hope. And she just fumbles that one as it slides out of bounds. The Redhawks will regain control. Still knotted up at 0-0 here. 8:12 to go in the first quarter. Madison Workman will get it going here for the Redhawks. Workman sends it up to Navarro. Navarro defended by Apula. Apula able to rip that one away, and it'll go with the Wolverines. And Michigan looking to keep things moving here. Sends it inside. It's Abby Tamer. Nice opportunity here for the Wolverines, and McLaughlin just can't quite get to that one, and the Redhawks will take it the other way.
Had an opportunity there, just a slightly errant pass prevented Katie Anderson, I believe it was, from getting a good shot off.
That's correct, and Michigan will look to get things restarted here. Veen sends it over. I believe that's Rosie Hope. Hope to Apula. Apula sends it up. That's Pertek. Sarah Pertek attacking. Has Tamer. Keeps it herself. Nice stick work there. Couple defenders on her. And it's Abby Tamer with it just outside the shooting circle. Peterson trying to dribble through a couple defenders. Wolverines working it slowly here. Claire Taylor sends it out to Apula. Nina Apula with it on the near side of the dotted line here. And Miami will take that one. The Redhawks playing tough defensively, making the Wolverines earn it. It's Claire Taylor. She'll slap it, and that one's just going to be outside the stick of Katie Anderson. Redhawks with possession here. 6:10 to go in the first. Knotted up 0-0. The Redhawks on the near sideline. They're right in front of us, and that's some tenacious defense from Tamer. Looking to poke that one away. Redhawks will keep possession. A little overzealous there, maybe. Kaylee Connor with it for Miami. Slips it over to Rosso. Michigan pressures here. That's McLaughlin. Miami moving it around. It's Rosso again. They've kept it in this corner by their own 25, and that's a long cross pitch pass. And they'll take it up to about the 50 before a whistle is blown. Miami will keep possession here as they send it back to McHale. Macy McHale with it. She'll send it over to the far sideline. Rosso with it. Nice pass over to about the Michigan 25, and that one's poked away by the Wolverines. Michigan with it. It's out to Apula on the near sideline, approaching the 50. Apula slaps it back. Michigan working it around here. It's Anouk Veen with it. Over to Rosie Hope in the middle of the pitch. That was Catherine Peterson on the side. And Veen has it in her own shooting circle. Nice defense here by the Redhawks, making Michigan earn it here. Peterson with it, pressured heavily. And a whistle blows, and the Redhawks will keep possession. .4:15 to go in the first quarter, knotted up at 0. Redhawks with possession deep in Michigan territory. looking to get something going here. They have it just outside the shooting circle, near the baseline. Miami can't quite get anything here. Nice defense by the Wolverines, making it tough. And this is a good opportunity for Michigan to get some experience at home now against a really solid team and kind of work some of the kinks out. Not a ranked team, but a team that's definitely going to make them earn it. The pass is knocked away by Peterson. Miami will retain possession. .3:22 to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 game. It's Macy McHale just past the 50 for Miami. And whistle blown there. Michigan will gain possession. The Wolverines looking to get it going here. It's Claire Taylor with it at about her own 25. Anouk Veen slaps that one over to Rosie Hope. Rosie Hope across the pitch to Peterson. Peterson just past the 50. Looking to move it in here. Inside pass, it's Pertek, and Pertek is slid at by the goalkeeper. Tries to put a shot on net, and it's a nice save there by Macy McHale for the Redhawks. Good awareness. The goalie came out. McHale slides back in and protects the net from an easy Wolverine goal.
Yeah, it's definitely something for Michigan. You'd like to see them score there. But, of course, well defended by Miami, as the game has been by both teams, and it remains scoreless.
And a couple of substitutions made here for both teams. Madison Workman back into the game for Miami. Rosie Hope knocks that one away. Excuse me, that was Kate McLaughlin. Red Hawk possession on the side here. Claire Taylor slides it over. Miami takes it right back, and both teams here fighting for possession. Claire Taylor will just fire that one along the sideline, and it'll run out of bounds. Possession to Miami. Navarro sends it back to McHale. McHale with it, approaching the 50. Sends it back to Workman, Madison Workman. Errant pass stolen by Rosie Hope. No one there but a blue jersey. Wolverines in their typical navy blue, and the Redhawks in white today with some red numbers. And there's a little bit of a collision here in front of the press box. Wolverines will take possession. Paula Pena knocks over Kate McLaughlin. Still knotted up at 0. Under a minute to go here. 48 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Knotted up 0 apiece. Michigan and Miami, Ohio. Wolverines and Redhawks in a tough game here early. Miami with possession. They'll get it poked away, but they'll regain possession on the whistle. Up the far sideline to about the 25. Good defense here by Michigan. It's Peterson defending. And that shot will get popped up and away. We're under 20 seconds now. Clock's still running. And it's likely that this one will just run out here under 10 seconds. Michigan with it inside of their own 25. They're just going to try to kill the clock. Let that run out to 0, and there's our horn right there. That'll be the end of the first quarter. The Wolverines and Redhawks knotted up at 0 apiece through 1. Zach, what did you see in that first quarter?
I mean, I think there's really tight defense by both sides. Worked very well. Obviously, the only one shot attempted by Michigan when Isabel Parisi came out in front of the net, and they had a chance to go behind her, but saved there by Macy McHale. And that's really the only opportunity either team's had. We've seen each team press a couple times, but the defense has been so tough that even getting across the other side's 25 and into the offensive zone just has not been enough to really pose much of a scoring threat at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at the shots, it's been 1 shot for Michigan, 0 corners for both teams, 0 shots for Miami. And if you look at it in that first quarter, Really the play of the game was Macy McHale. Wolverines had a nice chance to put one in the back of the net. The goalie came out, and Macy McHale slides back in defensively, able to save that goal. And Isabella Parisi has to be thankful that her back defender has her back.
And you do have to wonder, because we've seen Parisi, I think 3 times they counted, come well out of the net. You do wonder if her doing that will give the Wolverines their best opportunity to score, and if she should think about sitting back there more and letting her defense play in front of her, which it's been able to do very well.
No great scoring opportunities for the Redhawks. Wolverines have done a good job of keeping them out of the shooting circle. Redhawks have had a lot of time in the Michigan defensive zone, but haven't really had any good chances yet. What do they need to do to try to create some more opportunities?
I mean, I think that right now Michigan's just done a very good job staying in front of the ball, so I feel like their best option would just be to develop some sort of more creative offensive game plan that'll surprise Michigan and keep them away from the ball, because right now Michigan's been able to predict what Miami's going to do and just stay in front of it, which is why Miami hasn't had any chances yet.
Absolutely, and both teams here, as the the horn blows, we're going to get back to the action now. Miami taking the field. Wolverines going to be shortly behind them. The lone shot on net today belongs to Sarah Pertek. And like we said, Macy McHale, the one that made the saving play for Miami. Both teams here ready to go. Abby Tamer on the field. Wolverines star with a hat trick against Central Michigan on Sunday. What can they do to get her going? We'll have to find out in these next 3 quarters. And Miami with possession here. Apula defending, pops that one out of bounds. It's Madison Workman that'll send it in. That one's poked away by Peterson, and Tamer tried to swoop in and take that one away for a chance. But what do you know? Macy McHale is right there to clean it up for Miami and stave her off. It's Rosso with it for the Redhawks. A couple of Wolverine defenders converging. It's Katie Anderson. And they send it over across the pitch. Nice stick work there. Quick pass over is going to be recovered by Miami around their own 50. That one is stolen by Michigan. Pass knocked out of bounds by Miami. Michigan will retain possession. 14 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. That one is sent all the way back to Anouk Veen. Veen sends it over to Katie Anderson. Anderson at about the 50. Defended by Rosso. Back to Veen. Slowly creeping her way up towards the 50. That one's into Nina Apula. Apula fighting for possession here. And a whistle blows. Jenna Kirby battling with Apula for possession there. And whistle goes in favor of Kirby and the Redhawks. Workman with it on the near side by the 50. D'Angelo defending. Back to Macy McHale at her own 25. She'll work it up and send it into the middle. That one is poked away by Michigan. It's Anderson. Anderson sends it up to Tamer. Tamer going to have to fight to keep that one in play, and she does. Just close to the baseline there, and that one slips past. Opportunity for the Michigan, and they score! A fantastic feed from Abby Tamer. The ball slips right past the goalie, Parisi, and it's finished off by the Wolverines. That's Catherine Peterson, I believe, who will get credited for the goal. Just kind of slipped right in front of the net, and Peterson knocks it in.
That'll be her first goal of the year, and I think that's exactly what Michigan has to do there. I mean, the pass there on the side wasn't great, but Michigan was able to keep control of the ball, just get into the net. And I think getting Isabel Parisi out of position is the key if they want to score.
Absolutely. That's a big, big time play there for Michigan. as they break the tie here. Just under 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Wolverines up 1-0. And they'll take that one away again. It's Tamer. Tamer to a Pula. Pula coming in here into the shooting circle. And it's knocked away. Macy McHale will keep possession. The Wolverines here looking to get something going. Bryn Zarilla with it around her own 25. Peterson, the one who just put one in with possession. She'll send it over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo to Lapula. And that one will stay with Michigan. Knocked out of bounds by the Redhawks. Anouk Veen with it at the 50. Sends it over to Rosie Hope on the near side. Rosie Hope sends that one in, a nice long pass. And it's saved very, very well there by Abby Tamer. Almost a tremendous play. It got popped up by her stick. She bats it back down, but just knocked out of bounds by the goalkeeper, Parisi. That could have been a tremendous play by the Wolverines and Abby Tamer. Miami can't quite get anything going here. Another pass stolen by Michigan. Wolverines are going to look to capitalize here, bringing it inside. It's Laura Clark. Clark. And that one's knocked up into the air, sent out by Miami. Clark with it. And a green card is given, I believe that's to the Michigan bench, and Marcia Pankratz. She was not happy about the call there. The official claiming no danger. Frustrated with the fact that there were two Redhawks that had their sticks way up high, swinging them around. But nothing called by the official. Wolverines will continue to fight on. It's Peterson defending Rosso. And Miami sends it up. Stolen by Apula. Apula taking it inside to about the 25. Pass out to D'Angelo. D'Angelo with it. Tamer and Apula with her. Sends it in. A nice cross pass there. Unable to be finished off by Apula. That was a good effort, though. And, Zach, it looks like Michigan's going to get an opportunity here.
And you saw there just keep pressing on in the Miami zone, put pressure on, and that leads to this opportunity here to go up 2-0.
Absolutely. And both teams here ready to go. We have our first corner of the evening. Laura Clark will be the one to initiate for Michigan. Zarilla, Apula in the middle. Anderson and D'Angelo to the near side. Peterson to the far side. Sent in to Apula. Apula sets up Veen, and Veen's shot goes off the goalkeeper. Out of bounds, Michigan possession here, and Veen will slide back to her defensive position. Michigan with it at their own 25. Zarilla slaps it back to Anouk Veen. Veen with a far pass to D'Angelo, which is fielded cleanly. Stolen by Macy McHale. McHale finding a teammate, and the Redhawks will reset here. It's Paula Navarro. Excuse me. They'll change it up here. Rosso will be the one to get it going. Lily Rosso. Two Michigan defenders there. Nice stick work turning them around. Gets it past her own 25. Now four defenders converge. D'Angelo able to knock it away. Michigan with another potential opportunity here. It's Peterson just sneaking into the shooting circle. Sends it inside to Tamer. Tamer defended. And Parisi slides all the way out of the net to knock that one out of bounds.
You can see here Michigan is controlling the ball a lot of the time. You'd like to see them up more than 1-0. Only have 3 shots in the game, 1 corner. But their offense has been looking stronger, I think, here in the second quarter than they were in the first.
Absolutely. Michigan up 1-0 with 8:33 to go here. It's the Miami Redhawks and the Michigan Wolverines on a Thursday evening Midwestern Showcase here in Ann Arbor. And it's the Redhawks with it at their 50. Sends it up, a nice pass here. Opportunity for Miami. It's Catherine Groff. Zarilla defending, whistle blows. Just outside the shooting circle. And they're going to look to move it around here. Back out to McHale. McHale sends it over to Kaylee Connor. Connor to the near side, where it is a battle between Apula and Jenna Kirby. Kirby gets another whistle in her favor there. Back out to Connor. Connor sends it back to McHale. McHale heads up to the 50. Sends it out to Connor. Connor inside the 50. And that pass is slapped out of bounds. Michigan will gain possession here. Wolverines with it. Far side. Up the far sideline, Laura Clark. Can't quite get there, and that one will slide out of bounds to the Redhawks.
And I think you're seeing when Miami is attacking offensively, I think their attacks look much weaker than Michigan's do. So I think Michigan's definitely well set up to score the next goal.
And it's Nina Apula on the attack here. Sends it over to Anderson. Anderson can't quite hold on to it. Nice defensive play there by Laura Clark. Laura Clark attacking just inside the 25 into Tamer. Tamer puts a shot on the net, and it's knocked away by Parisi. Nice goalkeeping there by Isabel Parisi, the senior from Worthington, Ohio, keeping her team in it, keeping them alive. And Michigan with it at their own 50 now. Sends it inside to the 25. It's Nina Apula. Apula. Soft pass over to Pertek. Sarah Pertek with it. Nice move there by Pertek, but it's kicked away by the goalie Parisi. Pertek had herself a chance, but the goalie Parisi came out and knocked that one clean away. And a whistle blows here. Both teams looking for a call. And it appears to be a timeout. So both teams will head over, Michigan will head over to its respective sideline. And so will the Redhawks. A few of them stayed out to discuss.
And as I was saying earlier, I think Michigan, they have the one goal so far this second quarter. But I think the first quarter kind of looked fairly evenly matched. I think the second quarter, Michigan has looked like the much better team, giving themselves better opportunities to score. And I think if they keep doing that, they will be set up well to extend their lead. And I think defensively, they've stayed very solid. Miami really has not looked good offensively at any point this entire game.
No, they haven't really had any great chances, and part of that is due to the Michigan defense being so stout. And another part of that is, even if they did have a chance, Michigan, like we talked about at the top of the show, Anna Speaker is one of the best goalkeepers in the country. 5:49 to go in the first half. Still 1-0 Wolverines here in Ann Arbor at Oker Field.
And you look back to the Central Michigan game, the Central Michigan did not have a shot on goal. So Michigan, that wasn't even goalkeeping as much as it was just their defense keeping the ball away from the goal, something they've been able to do just as effectively here this evening.
Absolutely, and the Wolverines still huddled up here with an opportunity. Their second corner of the evening. Laura Clark will initiate here.
Definitely a place you'd like to see the Wolverines capitalize and double their lead.
Set up shot here for Tamer, passes it inside, and the goalkeeper comes all the way out there to make a nice save.
But I like the setup better there than their last corner because they forced Parisi out of the goal, and I think that is their best chance to score.
Tamer with it, poked away. Michigan going to pop it out. Reset here. It's Anouk Veen. Sends it over to Claire Taylor. Claire Taylor on the near side, just inside the 25-yard line. Taylor into the corner for Sarah Pertek. Pertek doubled by a pair of Redhawks. She'll take it along the baseline. Opportunity here for Tamer. Tamer can't quite get that one in. Hits the side post. And, you know, how we've talked about it the entire time. Parisi came out. Tamer able to make a nice deke to avoid getting slide tackled by the goalie. Avoid the ball getting knocked away. Able to retain possession. Just couldn't quite finish the opportunity there for Michigan.
Yeah, it just looked like she was coming a little too much from the side and didn't have an angle. Even if it was more coming from like a 30 to 45 degree angle to the goal, I think she would have had a better opportunity to get around to the left side and score.
And Michigan definitely has played with a more intensity in this second quarter here. They've been more crisp. They've just looked like the better team. In that first quarter, both teams were battling it out tight. Michigan, and this time, has definitely held possession much longer in their zone as a whistle blows here. Michigan takes it past the 50. It's Zorilla over to Emmy Tran. Tran on the far sideline. Tran inside to Tina DeAngelo. DeAngelo guarded by McHale. Pulls it out. Zorilla over to Tran. Tran tries to slip that one by, knocked away, and DeAngelo. And there's a whistle-blown green card given to the Miami bench in a very stern tone from the official. Clearly done with any kind of jawing from either bench. The Redhawks with it around their own shooting circle. Zorilla takes the errant pass, fires it back to Claire Taylor. Taylor on the attack. Tried to get that one to Apula. Poked away, but she's able to retain possession. Zorilla, and that one is stolen by the Redhawks. It's Garcia. And Michigan regains possession. Anouk Veen sends it one down the sideline. Tina DeAngelo with it along the far sideline. Sends it into Anderson. Anderson tries to fire a pass in to Pertek. Pertek. Tight stick work here. And that one's going to go in favor of the Wolverines. Their third corner opportunity of the evening.
And I think, again, the strategy is kind of move the ball around to the side a little. Get Isabel Parisi out of the net, and I think that's their best chance to score here. I don't want to see them go super quick with the shot like they did their first attempt, because I think that's just a really easy save.
Tina DeAngelo will be the one initiating for Michigan. It's Emmy Tran on the near side. Apula and Anderson in the middle. Pertek to the far side. Pertek fires that one over to Anderson. Anderson sets up a shot for Veen, and it just a little bit wide. And Miami fires that one up the sideline. That one's going to go long and will run out the back of the field there. Anna Speaker watches it go by. Anouk Veen will take over for the Wolverines. 2:25 remaining here in the first half. Still 1-0 Michigan. And another whistle blows. And a green card is given there. Unclear of exactly who that was given to. It looks like it could have been on Serena Brimacombe. She'll come off the field. A nice save there by Anna Speaker as Miami had a chance. Anna Speaker with a fantastic save, keeping the Wolverines up 1-0 there. Sprawled out on her back, able to reach out and poke that one away. And that pass is flipped up by Rosie Hope in search of Sarah Pertek. Pertek defended well and unable to get to it. It'll go out of bounds. Becca Lawn will get things going for Miami. The Redhawks with it just past their own 25. Inside of 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Wolverines 8 shots to Miami 0, 3 corners to Miami 0. And Pertek is sprinting off to get Alana Richardson in the game. Richardson provided a nice punch off the bench with 2 goals against Central Michigan on Sunday. Offensive packet personnel in here for Michigan, looking to extend that lead before the half is over. Claire Taylor also enters the game. .50 seconds to go here. A lot of dead time. Michigan with it just outside of the 50 on the far sideline. Miami takes over here. Navarro sends it over, and that pass is stolen. Possession regained by Paula Pena. She sends it over to the middle of the field. They reset here, send it back to McHale. Into the far, far corner. Another whistle blows. We're inside at 10 seconds. This one will likely just run out. 2 seconds to go. Miami's just going to hold it. Buzzer sounds. That is the first half. Michigan up 1-0 over the Miami Redhawks. Both teams played very stout defense, but it's the Wolverines that are able to convert up 1-0 through the first half. Zach, what did you like from Michigan in the first half?
Primarily their defense. Their defense was outstanding. We saw the one good play by Anna Speaker, but not officially a save. Miami still does not have an attempted shot yet. Michigan, on the other hand, 8 shots, 6 are on goal. They've scored once, but I think the second quarter they gave themselves a lot more opportunities to score, and if they can keep playing like that, I think they will come around and score more in the second half. So I think Michigan definitely looked the better team so far. They would like to have more than a 1-0 lead, but I think they should still be happy with where they're at right now.
I completely agree. Isabel Parisi lets that one go by, but she's made a couple of incredible saves to keep this one closer than it could have been. With that, we're going to step away for a few minutes. We'll be back with about a minute before the second half starts off. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us for second half coverage of Michigan and Miami, Ohio field hockey. Thank you. And we are back live from Oker Field for the second half coverage of Michigan and Miami, Ohio. Women's field hockey. A little Thursday evening showdown here between two Midwestern schools. The Wolverines up 1-0 off of a fantastic goal. It was Catherine Peterson in the second quarter, knocking one in. 8 shots to 0 in favor of the Wolverines, 3 corners to 0 in favor of the Wolverines. And the story of the game has really been just that Miami has not been able to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, I think the most significant number for them is no shots. Don't have any corners. When you don't shoot the ball, you can't score. Wolverines have 8 shots, but 7 came in the last quarter after they only got 1 in the first quarter. Had 3 corners, weren't able to capitalize on any of them, but did get 1 goal. Looking for more now, and I think they're set up well to do it if they keep playing like they did in the second.
Absolutely, and Michigan will be defending here to start off as the Redhawks try to get something going for the first time in a change in net for the Wolverines. It's Kaylee McMahon, the redshirt freshman from Stowe, Massachusetts, will be the one protecting the pipes for Michigan. Anna Speaker's night appears to be done, giving the freshmen some experience in a one-score game. Interesting move here from Marcia Pankratz, head coach for Michigan. 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. The Redhawks will take it from the sideline, the far sideline. It's Macy McHale sending it out. Good stick work there by Michigan. That pass is connected to number 9, Claudia Garcia. Wolverines will gain possession here. It's Clark. Laura Clark sends it over to Pilar Oliveros. And it's the Redhawks attacking the 25 here. Bryn Zarilla pokes that one away, traveling out of bounds, chased after by Jenna Kirby. Kirby with it in the near corner. Kirby skating along the baseline there. Catherine Peterson and Bryn Zarilla defending. Kirby fires it out. Peterson, Lily Peterson it is, with it inside the 25. She'll kick it back out to Macy McHale. McHale fires it inside. Stolen by the Wolverines. That's Anouk Veen tapping it back to Nina Apula. And Apula's pass is taken away, but a whistle will blow and it'll stay with Michigan. .12:21 here in the third quarter. Michigan and Miami. That one's just fired down the sideline. Miami will send it back. And they'll keep working it around there. Michigan defending well as they've done all game. That one is stolen there by Sarah Pertek. Whistle blows. Miami keeps it. Navarro with it for Miami. Navarro in the middle of the pitch. At about the 40. Up to McHale. McHale converged on by 2 Wolverines. Gets the pass off to Paula Pena. Pena back to McHale. McHale back to Navarro. Navarro sends it in. That pass is fought for by a couple of Wolverine defenders. They can't wind up with it. And Rosie Hope thought she knocked it away. Whistle will blow. It'll stay with Miami. Upcoming schedule for Michigan, September 11th, this Sunday. They'll take a trip down to Kentucky to play Louisville at Louisville. And then after that, it's September 16th, next Friday, against Penn State. The Nittany Lions come to town. WCBN will have coverage of that. And then next Sunday, the 18th, against Cornell, also in Ann Arbor. Again, WCBN Sports will have coverage of that live from Oker Field. Michigan with it here. It's Nina Apula at about the 35. Apula sends it in. And Pertek unable to maintain possession there. On the docket for Miami, after they get out of Ann Arbor, they're going to be taking on in-state rivals Ohio State. The Buckeyes will come to town, come to Oxford to take on the Redhawks. And then another in-state rival, University of Ohio, will come to Oxford as well. Still 1-0 Michigan as we approach 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Exciting, extended kind of weekend here of Michigan athletics. Night game at the Big House coming up. I'll be on the call along with Zach Linfield and Adam Bressler and Kendall Spencer. Make sure you tune in early to that, as I'll be hosting a pregame show along with Adam and Kendall as we get that going about 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll cover what's been going on around the Big Ten, other big games going on around the country, as there's a number of high-quality matchups this week. The Longhorns welcome in the Alabama Crimson Tide down in Austin, and the Baylor Bears will travel up to Utah to play BYU. Michigan with another corner opportunity here. Laura Clark will be the one to initiate. Clark waiting for the Red Hawk defenders to finish getting their gear on. It's Catherine Peterson on the near side, Apula in the middle, along with Rosie Hope, Anouk Veen, and I believe that's Kate Anderson. Shot there, it's a fake, passed over to Veen. Veen can't quite connect there, and Miami will try to get a quick one going here. Down the near sideline, it's Carly Service. Service tries to sneak through a horde of Wolverine defenders, and it's Rosie Hope that is the one that knocks it away. Berta Mata, whistle called, and Michigan will regain possession.
And as we've seen all game there, Miami got it down into the Michigan side of the field, but Michigan's defense quickly there to the ball before Miami can develop any sort of attack.
It's Michigan pressing again. The Wolverines take it into the zone of the Redhawks yet again, and we'll take this one back out. Pass fired in, whistle blows. Miami keeps possession. It'll be Macy McHale that will initiate from inside the shooting circle. And a bit of a discussion going on amongst the officials.
Looks like the Miami coach isn't happy about something. One official's talking to him, the other one's running in now.
And we have a bit of a stoppage in play here as our officials will discuss. Ken Diaz and Ben Peters, the referee and assistant referee respectively. $8:15 to go here in the third quarter. 1-0 Michigan. The lone goal scored by Catherine Peterson in the second. Loose ball in front of the net. Finished by the fifth-year senior midfielder from San Diego, California. And other than that, it's been really a quiet game offensively from both sides. A couple of other chances for Michigan, but not too much going on.
Yeah, really nothing real interesting going on here. Obviously, Michigan, a few chances in the second. We really haven't seen anything in the third. Looks like Michigan's going to get another corner. They just changed it from 4 to 5 on the scoreboard. So maybe that's what Miami was upset about. And it looks like they are going toward the Miami goal. So I think this will be another corner for the Wolverines.
Michigan huddled up. Laura Clark will be the one to initiate per usual for Michigan. Laura Clark awaiting the go-ahead. Peterson on the near side. A horde of Wolverines in the middle. Fired in. Zarilla sets it up. Shot on net. Defended by Miami. And good execution there on the defensive side from the Redhawks. They prevent a score on yet another Michigan corner.
That is good defense by the Redhawks, as Michigan's gotten 5 corners, and the Redhawks have snuffed out all 5 of them.
Miami will look to get something going here offensively. Stout defense from Michigan has really stifled any kind of offensive momentum. And Zach, like you talked about at the top of the broadcast, really the difference for Miami has been in their first 2 games, they put up points, and in their last 2 games they haven't, and that trend is continuing here in Ann Arbor.
Now dates back to the last 10 quarters, only scoring 2 goals, and that's not going to win them many games.
That's right. Defensively hasn't been the issue, holding Harvard to 1. Brown able to put up 3, and the 2 goals from the Redhawks not enough in that one. So far, only able to holding Michigan just to 1, but when you can't put anything up on the board yourself, all it takes is 1. It's Veen, and that pass is stolen by Miami. Veen fighting hard to get it back. Whistle blows. Diaz signaling that it's going to stay with Michigan. Clark up to Zarilla. Zarilla. Wolverines looking to get something going here inside the circle. Chance poked away by Parisi. Rosie Hope will corral the loose ball. McLaughlin. Pass knocked away by Laura Clark. And the Redhawks get aggressive there, unable to get there as Reese Weirin. Long pass down the sideline, can't quite get there in time. Michigan will get it going here. It's Serena Brimacombe firing it down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds by the Redhawks. Michigan will take over. That pass is poked away. Good cut there from McLaughlin. Michigan trying to get this ball back. 5:12 to go in the third. Michigan still up 1-0.
And I think Michigan got the one shot on the corner, but I think they've looked a lot more like they did in the first quarter than the second right now. Not really putting together many strong opportunities to score.
It's Alana Richardson feeding it back out to Clark. Clark finds Anderson. Katie Anderson gets it poked away. Redhawks will take it the other way. Reese Weirin stolen. It's Claire Taylor with the poke. Finds Apula on the far sideline, and Apula just can't quite corral that one. It'll trickle out of bounds towards Miami. Bailey Bowman entering the game for Michigan. Bowman, the redshirt junior from Dallas, Texas, looking to provide a punch here, some fresh legs. Anouk Veen fires it up to Rosie Hope. Hope back out to Claire Taylor. Taylor, pass was behind her and she couldn't quite rally it back in. Another substitution as Alana Richardson will pop out for Tina D'Angelo. Macy McHale fires it out. Long pass. That one is stolen by Laura Clark. Clark blows past the defender between the legs of a Miami defender, and the chance is unable to be finished by Michigan. What a fantastic pass by Laura Clark. Just threaded it right through the legs of a Miami defender there. What a tremendous feed.
Yeah, definitely great pass there. Unfortunately, you'd like to see it turn into a shot attempt, and they weren't able to get the angle to put it into the net. They still have the ball.
Hadley Evans comes out for Paula Pena, substitution from Inako Puzo, the Red Hawk head coach. And a green card issued there. Looks like that's issued to Paula Pena. Rosie Hope will pop out for Bryn Zarilla. Wolverines with an opportunity now. Pena out as that pass skips up high and careens off the back of Bailey Bowman. Just kind of got away from Zarilla. Zarilla with it just inside the Miami 25. Finds Veen. Veen to Brimacombe. Brimacombe to Apula. Back over to Veen in the middle of the pitch. Far sideline has Claire Taylor. Taylor defended well. Taylor looking to put some moves on. And another whistle blows. Michigan has it just inside the Miami 25 on the far sideline. Back out to Veen in the middle of the pitch. Veen over to Brimacombe. Serena Brimacombe fires it in just outside the shooting circle. It's Laura Clark. Clark. That pass just gets away from her. Michigan able to corral it. And it looks like there's going to be a corner opportunity for Michigan. Their sixth of the match so far. 1:49 to go in the third quarter. Michigan still up 1-0. And there's a corner incoming.
Yeah, 6-1 of the day. So they've done a good job in this respect, getting themselves opportunities to score. But several of them have not even turned into shots, and none of them have led to a goal. They'd obviously like to change that here.
Absolutely, and this is a big-time opportunity for Michigan to extend their lead here.
Michigan again traveling after this game, going to play at Louisville on Sunday before beginning their Big Ten slate against Penn State next Friday. Louisville is 4-0. They have a game tomorrow night against JMU, so they will be tough competition.
And Louisville, another one of those teams that's typically a strong program.
Yeah, Michigan has a tough schedule coming up ahead with at Louisville and then hosting Penn State. These are not going to be easy games to win.
That's absolutely correct, and Louisville currently ranked number 5 in the country. That'll be a fantastic matchup, 4 versus 5, the undefeated Cardinals hosting the Wolverines.
And then Penn State is ranked number 8, and that's who Michigan plays for their Big Ten opener. So they've already had a really tough schedule. North Carolina they opened the season against. North Carolina is ranked number 2, and then they beat Wake Forest, who's ranked number 18. So 4 of their 5 opponents this year have been ranked. That is a very, or will be after, it'll be 4 or 6 after next Friday. That is a tough start to the schedule. Wolverines hoping to be 3-1 before going into those difficult matchups.
But it's nothing the Wolverines aren't accustomed to. I mean, we've mentioned it. I mean, when you play in the Big Ten, you've got ranked matchups, it seems, every week in Big Ten field hockey with programs like Iowa, Northwestern, currently the number 1 ranked team in the country. We mentioned Penn State, Rutgers, typically a strong program.
So it looks like they overturned the corner.
They did indeed, and Michigan still with possession here. It's Anouk Veen firing it across. Claire Taylor into the corner. And that one will just trickle out. Kate McLaughlin couldn't quite control it. Macy McHale done a fantastic job on the back end for Miami. We've called her name a lot. Redhawks send it up the sideline. Who else? Anouk Veen, the one to control it and send it the other way for Michigan. That pass centers it to Apula. Apula fires it back. They'll center it with Veen. Veen over to Brimacombe. Brimacombe. Pass to the middle. It's Bryn Zarilla. Zarilla out to the far sideline for Claire Taylor. Claire Taylor will send it just past the outreach stick there, and it'll trickle out of bounds.
We have 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wolverines still up 1-0. Miami has the ball on the Michigan side, down on the far side.
And that one will just trickle out of bounds. Miami can't quite get there.
With only 7 seconds left, this is probably just going to end the third quarter. And it will.
Clock runs out through 3. Wolverines 1, Redhawks 0. Kind of a slow-moving third quarter there. Not a lot of offensive opportunities for either team. 9 shots to 0 in favor of Michigan. 5 corners to 0 as well.
And I will say, I think Michigan's offense did look closer to what we saw from them in the first quarter. Really, they got 1 shot. It was on a corner. They got 2 corners. No other shots. So I don't think their offense is really getting many opportunities to pad this lead. They had 7 shots in the second period. 9 on the game, only 1 in each of the first and third. But their defense has basically been perfect up to this point, which has resulted in them still being ahead.
When you look at the box score here, you see 0 saves for Kaylee McMahon or Anna Speaker, and that's because there haven't been any shots for them to save. Just goes to show the tremendous effort that the Wolverines' back end, their defense as a whole, has put in tonight, and they've done a fantastic job executing against a Miami team that's hungry for a win.
And even you look at the Central Michigan game, no saves for their goalies. This could be the second straight game where they don't allow a shot.
Still a lot of field hockey to play here. 1 whole quarter to go. Only a 1-score game. Anything can happen.
So I think you look at the Wolverines moving into a part of their schedule that's going to be a lot tougher. I think defensively they have to really like what they're seeing. Offensively, they definitely can work on some consistency. That's going to be key to trying to take the next 2 games against top 10 teams, is going to be being able to score. You figure it's unlikely they're going to shut out Louisville or Penn State, so they probably will need multiple goals to be scored. But I think you look at the start of their schedule, coming out of this 3-1, with starting with the ACC Big Ten Challenge, playing 2 top 20 teams in UNC and Wake Forest. I think they have to overall be satisfied where they are. Obviously, they have to finish the job right here. 1-0 lead with a quarter to play.
Miami will start with possession here in the fourth. 15 minutes to go in a MAC Big Ten interconference clash here, as that one is popped way up. It's Anouk Veen able to control it. Nice stick work there to keep it away from a Miami defender. Nina Apula fires it up to about the 50, where it's Macy McHale that's able to control it. Apula snags it right back, though. Quick little pass to D'Angelo. D'Angelo up to Peterson, and Catherine Peterson collides with a Redhawk there. Redhawks gain possession. Miami sends it back to McHale. McHale to the near side. Poked away by Michigan. And the Wolverines continuing to apply pressure here on Miami. McHale with it at about her own 25. Berta Mata fires that one. It careens off the stick of a Michigan player and will go out of bounds. And again, the Redhawks forced to just send it back to McHale. And they'll just try to get something going here, but they have not been able to. Fantastic steal from Laura Clark. Clark fires it into the middle. That's Kate Anderson. Anderson to D'Angelo. D'Angelo inside the shooting circle. Sends a pass into the middle, and it's a nice save there from the goalkeeper, Isabel Parisi. Slides out to knock that one away. Rosie Hope taking it past a couple defenders inside to Apula. Opportunity there for the Wolverines, and they're unable to convert. That pass just slid past a couple of Redhawk defenders. Got behind the defense. Chance there for Tina D'Angelo, but could not quite get to the pass in time, and that's one that if you're Michigan, you wish you could take back and capitalize there.
And it's not that we've seen a few of those today where they've had the right angle, and just the pass they've needed to get a good angle shot has not been on line and out of the reach of the intended target.
12-13 to go here in the match. D'Angelo defending, pokes it away, battling with Rosso. Rosso defended by Anderson, Kate Anderson, holding tightly. Catherine Peterson defending there, and that one is stolen by Laura Clark. Not the first time we've said that today. Catherine Peterson fires that one up the sideline. Went off the foot of a Michigan player there, and that will send it over to Miami as they send it back to McHale per usual. Navarro fires it to the near sideline. Slapped, careens off the back of Katie McLaughlin, and that will keep it with Miami. Berta Mata turns it over there, turning on the wheels as Pertic, as McHale stifles that attempt. Wolverines pushing here. Navarro defending, and defending well. Michigan with a chance in the shooting circle. Another whistle blows. And it'll be a corner penalty in the shooting circle. Michigan with their 7th corner of the day.
I think it's their 6th. The one got overturned.
That's correct. So this will be their 6th Sixth of the day. You were right, the previous one was overturned, and Michigan looks to capitalize with 10:38 left in the game. You'd have to think that a goal here would, don't want to say a game's over before it's over, but a goal here would definitely put the Wolverines in a very comfortable position for the remaining 10 and change.
Definitely with their defense being what it is, 2 is much more comfortable than 1.
Shot there, deflects off of a Wolverine stick, and the Redhawks gain possession. Another corner defensive possession executed successfully by Miami as they look to get a quick counter going here. It's Anouk Veen defending with Rosie Hope there to assist. The Redhawks showing some ferocity late in the game. They're not going easily. Macy McHale into the middle, back out. McHale with it inside her own 25. Up the far sideline, the Redhawks go. That one's stolen by Rosie Hope as she just can't quite control it. It'll slide out of bounds. Miami trying to get something going here. That passes over to Rosso. Rosso defended by a pair of Wolverines. It's Pertek and Clark. Laura Clark using her body there to wall off the pesky Rosso. And that one is stolen by Rosso. Zarilla defending, looking to poke it away, and she does. Bryn Zarilla slaps it up the side. Miami will gain possession off the whistle. Rosso with it in the near corner. Rosso fires it back. Lily Peterson defended by Clark. Laura Clark able to force her to fire it back to Workman. Workman over to Navarro. Navarro approaching the Wolverine 25. Nice pass inside there. That's to Reese Weirin. Weirin forced to pull it all the way out, though, due to some stout defense from Michigan. A pair of Wolverines there. It's Oliveros and Clark. Opportunity here for Miami, and a sliding attempt from Paula Pena isn't enough. Wolverines will take it the other way. It's Nina Apula firing a long pass just out of the reach of Catherine Peterson. And it will slide out of bounds past the net. Isabel Parisi lets that one go, and McHale will restart it. A whistle blows. Emmy Tran fires it over into the middle for Zarilla. Zarilla sends it to Apula, and it just hops over Apula's stick. Out of bounds. 7:30 to go here from Oker Field in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Michigan still up 1-0. Dominating the shot comparison, dominating the corner comparison. 11-0 and 0-0 respectfully. It's Zarilla in the middle. Over to Apula at about the 30. Apula passes the 25. On the far side. Tries the baseline there, and that one will go out the back. McHale. That one is tapped away by Michigan. Michigan, bit of a chance there. Can't convert. Garcia fires it up the field to Paula Pena. Pena defended by two Wolverines, Apula and Oliveros. Whistle called, though, on Apula. Navarro, as Michigan makes an exchange. It's Kate Anderson in for Katie McLaughlin. Into the near corner for Miami, Reese Weirin. Defended by a trio of Wolverines. Navarro passes it back out. Jenna Kirby back to McHale. McHale to the far sideline to service. Navarro. And that one's stolen. It's Katie Anderson. Emmy Tran with it, just past the 50. Fires that one right into the stick of McHale. Able to fight for it back. That'll go out of bounds, and Pilar Oliveros will send it in for Michigan back to Anouk Veen. Veen slaps it over to the far side. Nice redirect there from Rosie Hope. Pass makes its way over to Nina Apula. Apula finds Catherine Peterson. Peterson with a nice shot there. Tremendous save from the goalkeeper. Parisi. Zarilla will look to knife through a couple defenders there. Can't quite get it. Great shot attempt there by Catherine Peterson. Better save from Isabel Parisi with the blocker.
Definitely nice shot there. You would like to see them keep the ball in the Miami zone longer and get a second shot off. But they do have the ball back now.
4:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. Time running out for Miami to make a run here. Redhawks in their own territory looking to get something going. That pass is tipped and Emmy Tran made a break on it. Couldn't quite control it. Redhawks taking it into the Michigan zone. It's Carly's service with a poor pass. That one is collected easily by Anouk Veen. Veen finds Oliveros. Oliveros back to Veen on the near sideline. And Veen will just send that one back into Miami territory. Emmy Tran will sprint off of the field, putting Laura Clark back into the game after some much-needed rest. She's been all over the field tonight. Rosso knifing through a couple Michigan defenders. Back out to Kirby. Jenna Kirby, defended by Clark. Anouk Veen and Bryn Zarilla defending here. Redhawks tried to go baseline, and looks like a whistle will blow, and Miami will have their first corner opportunity of the evening. It comes with 3:18 left in the fourth.
And they haven't even had a shot opportunity yet. And with the way their defense has been playing, all of a sudden they have a chance to tie this game with only a few minutes to go.
Absolutely, that would be massive for the Redhawks here. And it's redshirt freshman goalkeeper Kaylee McMahon from Stowe, Massachusetts.
Definitely curious that Anna Speaker's not in the game anymore. It's up to McMahon to keep this lead, along with her defenders that'll play in front of her.
Redhawks send it in. Opportunity, and it's deflected away by Michigan. It's not even going to register as a shot in the scorebook. The Wolverines came flying out of the net to put a stick in front of that ball. Correction, they will count it as a shot. But it traveled about a foot before it was completely redirected by a Michigan stick.
But it's going to be another corner for Miami, so they'll get to do it again.
Sent in again. And that pass is redirected. A shot just a bit wide. They had the opportunity there. But the Wolverines stand strong. Garcia was the one that had the strong chance. Still a tough shot to put in, but just a bit wide. Oliveros sends it over to Clark. Clark, defended by Rosso. Rosso using her body to wall off Clark, and that pass is stolen by Michigan. Michigan controlling it. 2:25 to go here in the fourth. It's Peterson, the one that put one in early along the back line here. Miami gathers it, but That pass is sent right into the stick of Laura Clark. Whistle blows and Miami takes possession. Under 2 minutes to play here from Oker Field. Wolverines clinging to a 1-0 lead. The Redhawks have been pesky but haven't quite gotten anything going in the Wolverine zone. These two corners, the best chances they've had all night. Jenna Kirby defended by Clark. Navarro scoops it up. It's Reese Weirin. Unable to hold on to it. Pilar Oliveros for Michigan. Defended by two Redhawks. Just kind of killing time there as it's off of a Redhawk stick. Oliveros will signal for Anouk Veen to come over and be the one to send it in. Veen pressured by two Redhawks. And the official Diaz whistles it towards Miami. And another whistle blows shortly after, back in favor of Michigan. Veen will be the one to get it going, and Marsha Pankratz is not happy with how her team is executing down the stretch here as we're under 40 seconds to go here in this Big Ten MAC interconference showdown between the Wolverines and Redhawks. Under 30 seconds, clock is still ticking. Wolverines have it in Miami territory. In the very far corner on the near sideline. Wolverines and Redhawks battling out for it. It's Katie Anderson trying to control it as the clock runs down towards 0. There's our final buzzer as Michigan holds off the Redhawks. Final score from Oker Field in Ann Arbor is 1-0 in favor of your Michigan Wolverines.
Well, I think the score kind of says everything you need to know about the game. The defense was near perfect. Obviously, those two corners at the end both led to shots. But otherwise, they didn't allow any shots. The offense definitely room to improve. 13 shots, but 7 came just in the second quarter. They got 6 corners, could not capitalize on any of them, but got 1 goal, which was all they needed to win 1-0. They will have their work cut out for them with their trip down to Louisville on Sunday, but they improved to a 3-1 record before taking on the number 5 ranked team in the nation on the road.
That's right. WCBN Sports will unfortunately not have coverage of the game in Louisville, but we will be here for Michigan's homestand when they're back in Ann Arbor taking on Cornell. As both teams go through the handshake line here, the Wolverines able to continue that home cooking. Now 2-0 at Oker Field to start the young 2022 season. High expectations for this team, obviously looking to capture a Big Ten conference championship and sights even higher than that as well. But got to take it one game at a time, and that's exactly what they're doing. 1-0 Michigan over the Redhawks. Zach, any final thoughts?
Well, I think we kind of addressed everything there is. There hasn't been much pressure on their goalkeepers. They've done what they've needed to. No saves the last 2 games because there just haven't been any shots on goal. The defense has been outstanding. If they continue that, I won't expect them to shut out Louisville or Penn State, but definitely think their defense will keep them in those games. It's a matter of if their offense can step up against tougher competition.
Absolutely, that is the question. The offense was humming against CMU. Wolverines dropping 9 goals on the Chippewas, but a much quieter day offensively today for Michigan, but nevertheless it gets the job done. Final score from Oker Field, Michigan 1, Miami 0. For myself, Kelin Flynn, and my partner Zach Linder, we're going to leave you how we always do with a good night and go blue.